And let me share the screen. Okay, good evening everyone. So I'm happy to see you here again. So today we are going to, about the topic is dementia. Actually, it's related to all of us, not only some elder people, because nowadays the dementia situation is not only the elderly, it's being younger. Somehow people, some around just 30 something, maybe they also suffering for dementia situation. So today we are going to discuss and let all of us know more about the dementia, how to prevent and what we can do for start now. Okay, so let me introduce myself. I'm Susanna from Australia, and I'm from Hong Kong. I'm now staying in Australia. So I'm a presidential director in LifeWay. So I'm going to, I'm very interested on the LifeWay product, which can help a lot of different kind of disease, even though dementia. So today I'm going to collect a lot of information and going to share with all of you. So I also have a patching book, which is sold out last time, and then I pinned the second time. So it will available in Australia coming 5 days, will arrive in my shop. So if you need it, so please make an order for me so I can send you one, because it's $20 per one, or for the Australia dollar. And because if you have this patching book, you will know how to patch, and then you will understand more about how to mix and match about the LifeWay product and help more people to cure their health issue. So what is dementia? So dementia is a phenomenon of the human aging. It's an aging issue. So it's also related to some symptoms which usually surface when the brain is damaged by injuries or disease. This symptom involves progressive impairments in our memory, thinking, and behaviors, which negatively impacts a person's ability to function and carry out everyday activities. Aside from the memory impairments and disruption in those patterns, the most common symptoms including emotion problems, difficulties with the language, and dysexecutive motivation. So, and dementia ultimately have a significant effect on the individual, caregivers, and relationship in general. And also a diagnosis of dementia require a change from a person, unusual mental functioning, and a greater cognitive declines that what is caused by normal aging. So actually dementia have some different name. So it depends on our brain. Normally our brain, you can see that it's very full, but if in a dementia, our brain will going to decrease, and also you will see that it's being smaller. And also the name of the dementia we will call asthma disease, also cognitive impairments, Parkinson's disease. This all mentioning about the dementia situation. 10 common dementia symptoms. So let's check we have this symptom or not. Somehow I also get some symptom with this. So first is a memory decrease to affect life. So maybe you already forget, somehow you don't know where you are, and then you cannot remember. Even though your family member name, you cannot call them. You don't know how to call. So this is very serious because it already affects your daily life. And the second is incapable for familiar tasks. Maybe you are very good in cooking, so maybe you are good in writing, but suddenly you don't know, you cannot remember how to do this, how to cook that. You cannot organize in your brain. And also the third one is a difficult speaking or writing, or something you want to talk but you cannot voice out. So it's already affects your communication skill. And 4 is a lost concept of time or place. Sometimes my grandma already passed away, but she also got dementia when she's later stages. And she even though forget she eat or not, she all the time eating because she said that she not yet eat, but actually she's keep eating. And also lost concept of the time. What's time? So she don't know is a day or night. And some place maybe she go somewhere. She don't know where the location. She lost the direction, and she don't know where she are. So this is also one of the symptoms. And third is poor judgment, and also reduce the awareness. You cannot find this is a good people or bad people, or some people are talking with you is a joke or a real reality or any situation. You cannot define. So, and the sixth is difficult with abstract thinkings. So we give some terms maybe you cannot realize what's that. And also things are misplaced and incapable to find back. Maybe you put your key in your fish. Maybe you put your bowl in the toilet. Maybe you will have some this strange behavior happen. So this is also one of the symptoms of the dementia. And change your mood and personality. Very easy to get angry or bad temper. Sometimes maybe depression also is one of the symptoms of dementia. And difficult in planning thing or problem solving. So maybe you face with some problem, but you don't know how to deal with, you don't know how to think, how to solve. Suddenly you empty, your brain is empty. Okay, and also the last one is loss of active and creativity. So maybe you don't want to go out, and even though you no energy to do that. So this is the 10 common dementia symptoms. So sometimes I also will lose the mind, suddenly forget something, but if that is not affect your daily life, so you not yet reach dementia symptom. So you just maybe somehow we absent mind, but which is not dementia. Dementia is already affect your life, affect your daily life. Okay. And then we are classification of dementia. Actually, dementia also have many steps, and this is following have a category is the most common. So like Alzheimer's disease, actually the most common cause of dementia is about 60 to 70% of the dementia. They actually is Alzheimer's disease. Alzheimer's. So there are 3 major changes in the brain. So like earlier stage, the hippocampal atrophy. So you will see that as have some change, and later on maybe the cerebral cortex atrophy happens on your brain, and the lateral ventricular explain also will affect your brain system. And then here is the most common early symptom is loss of recent memory. This is the most of the case they will lose their memory. They cannot remember the recent thing, but they maybe remember a lot of the past, maybe 10 years, 15 years task or the scenario. They will can voice out. But for the reason when they forget, and also the language disorder, this Oriental, and also the emotion, liability, and loss of motivation, and self-care ability also will decline, and also maybe have some behavior problem. So this is the worst is maybe it will lead to that. And I have a video want to let you understand more about our dementia and the Alzheimer's situation.
In healthy people, all sensations, movements, thoughts, memories, and feelings are the result of signals that pass through billions of nerve cells or neurons in the brain. Neurons constantly communicate with each other through electrical charges that travel down axons, causing the release of chemicals across tiny gaps to neighboring neurons. Other cells in the brain, such as astrocytes and microglia, clear away debris and help keep neurons healthy. In a person with Alzheimer's disease, the most basic form of dementia, toxic changes in the brain destroy this healthy balance. These changes may occur years, even decades, before the first signs of dementia. Researchers believe that this process involves two proteins called beta amyloid and tau, which somehow become toxic to the brain. It appears that abnormal tau accumulates, eventually forming tangles inside neurons. And beta amyloid clumps into plaques, which slowly build up between neurons. As the level of amyloid reaches a tipping point, there is a rapid spread of tau throughout the brain. But tau and beta amyloid may not be the only factors involved in Alzheimer's. Other changes that affect the brain may also play a role over time. The vascular system may fail to deliver sufficient blood and nutrients to the brain. The brain may lack the glucose needed to power its activity. Chronic inflammation sets in as microglial cells fail to clear away debris, and astrocytes react to distressed microglia. Eventually, neurons lose their ability to communicate. As neurons die, the brain shrinks, beginning in the hippocampus, a part of the brain important to learning and memory. People may begin to experience memory loss, impaired decision-making, and language problems. As more neurons die throughout the brain, a person with Alzheimer's gradually loses the ability to think, remember, make decisions, and function independently. Achieving a deeper understanding of the molecular and cellular mechanisms and how they may interact is vital to the development of effective therapies. Much progress has been made in identifying various underlying factors. Advances in brain imaging allow us to see the course of plaques and tangles in the living brain. Blood and fluid biomarkers are providing insights about when the disease starts and how it progresses. More is also known about the genetic underpinnings of the disease and how they can affect particular biological pathways. These advances enable the development and testing of promising new therapies, including drugs that reduce or clear the increase of tau and amyloid proteins in the brain, therapies targeting the vascular system, glucose metabolism, and inflammation, and lifestyle interventions like exercise or diet, and behavioral approaches like social engagement that may enhance brain health. Research is moving quickly, ever closer to the day when we can delay or even prevent the devastation of dementia.
Okay, hope you all understand more about dementia processing, and also we can classify of the dementia. Actually, we have a dementia also have a different type of classification, like phototemporal dementia actually is will affect thinking, emotion, hearing, and language. So this is executive function or language impaired as earlier stage, and also it will also have cortical frontotemporal degeneration. So and the other type is called Lewy body. This is another type like amount of the behavior, condition, and deterioration of the function and the dementia. And it also have the hallucination. So some people will have some illusion happen during the Lewy body this type of the dementia. So and also they will decrease the motor function. The ability of the body motor it will decrease, and also they will feel very the emotion also will have a big effect if they suffering for the Lewy bodies. And vascular dementia also caused by the cerebral vascular disease, and this is less common like Parkinson, syphilis, also AIDS dementia. The early stage of the AIDS also will cause some dementia symptoms, and some brain injuries, such as some professional boxer, they hurt by the brain, and also genetic issue like Huntington's disease, Sicker. So also is one of the genetic issue because of the dementia. And other cause also have a daily life. You have a viral infection. Okay. Also lack of the vitamin and the hormones imbalance. So mental problems such as some anxiety and depression, also drugs or alcohol poisoning also will cause dementia happen. And some is a treatable cause, like if you have a dementia which is lack of vitamin B4, B12, and the vitamin A. So and some trauma. Actually, this type can cheat. And how to discussing in the 10 seconds about early stage of Alzheimer and Parkinson. We can say that the dementia in Alzheimer's disease is a cognitive dysfunction. So meaning that they have a poor concentration and poor memory, like poor ability, and also the language skill being affected, and also poor feeling and poor social relationship. This is all about the cognitive issue, their dysfunction. And for the Parkinson, which is more in the function and the action, the activative dysfunction, like they're easy to shake the body, anxiety walking, and also have hard to express their feeling. So and also need to frequently go to the toilet. They cannot control. There are some organs. So this is all. They are different. One is in the cognitive. One is in the action. So hope you can find out Parkinson and Alzheimer, what's the difference. Okay. And someone can help to mute your mic because have some sound happen. So okay, let me find out. Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay, so in the world actually have Alzheimer's disease report in 2021 have over 41 million untreated people worldwide, because sometimes they will miss they will have a hinder medical consultation. Maybe they just think that this is the degeneration issue. They not find this is Alzheimer or this is dementia. So that's why they delay for the treatment. So also have it happen all the time. So and the dementia treatment nowadays actually is no cure for the dementia for the medical field, but we'll have some drugs for the patient, which can help them to improve or to stop the degeneration. So like the doctor maybe provide some medication like insomnia, like depression, like some illusion, some emotion issue. But most of these drugs also will cause some side effect. So that's why for the dementia, we have to special taking care of their emotion and the mental healthier. But actually, no such medicine can totally or can help to cure the dementia. So what we can prevent? So we prevent these 7 habits in order to destroy our brain or get our brain in injuries. First, we don't take too much sugar. So sugar will have a trans fat, which is affect our brain and also will accumulate inflammation in our body. So we have to prevent to take too much sugar or eat too much sweet. And second is skip breakfast. A lot of people morning time maybe just take 1 coffee or tea and not take a breakfast. But breakfast is very important for a day to start and also for our organs and for our body energy to support our daily moment. So that's why we have to take in good breakfast. A big breakfast is actually is more important than a big dinner. And also not enough sleep, insomnia frequently. Actually, we need to have a deep sleep, good quality of sleep in order to let our organs to recover. So if we keep insomnia, actually our body cell, our immune system will decline their ability. That's why we need to have a good sleep. 4 is smoking and drink alcohol, which is also not good for our health and our brain. That's why avoid smoke and take too much alcohol. So don't addict on this. Then we also have we also have a Secondly, actually relationship also important because when we have a good relationship, we have a good communication, we not all the time look at the mobile. This is good for our mood and also can let us have a more social skill in order to prevent the dementia too early happens. And don't too lonely. This is also important because if you no one to talk, no one to communicate, also you also will your brain defunction. So no function, no active. So that is no good for our brain, for our daily life also. Also we cannot under too loud situation. So we need to prevent our ears and our brain get hurt. So don't expose yourself in a noisy situation and environment all the time. So also, how to avoid our to get dementia? So actually, the research showing 40% of the brain degeneration factor can be avoided or improved. So how? So dementia actually is caused by inflammation, nutrient deficiency, and the toxic substance accumulate in our body. That's why, according to the Professor Dat, Alzheimer's disease roughly can divide in the 4 types. First type 1 is inflammatory. Type 2 is atrophic. And type 1.5 mixed with the type 1 and 2. And type 3 is toxic. So what's that? If our brain is inflamed and our nutrition is deficient, and we cope with the accumulation of the toxic substance in our body, the brain will become damaged and our cognitive function will continue to deteriorate. So Japan has a study. It's very interesting. That's why I'm going to share with you about this this research. So Japan have one study. People, why they get the dementia. So this is a one-day daily life of the people accumulate accumulate every day, and then finally you will easy to get your dementia. So start morning time when you wake up, you eat the Danish bread, which is a this is a baking bread with a lot of sugar. So for the breakfast, because you take a lot of sugar, the blood sugar speak rapidly and cause insulin resistance. And then go to work without brushing your teeth, so you will increase the bad bacteria in your mouth, which can attack your brain. So remember to brush your teeth all the time. And also the psychological pressure created by crouching carbons while going to work. So in Japan, you can see that their chain is very, very tight, and the people too many. They need to push themselves into the chain. So this is a very crowded and very stressful process. So it will increase the cortisol damage, and our hippocampus in the brain also will become damaged and get pressure. So, and the driving, working, and checking your phone all the time. And remember now 4G, 5G have a radiation which can hurt our brain, and also lack of our exercise, and we are not under sunlight, and we are not insufficient of the vitamin D, so which also not good for our bone, also for our brain is not good. So, and also afternoon, you eat burger for your lunch and eat a diet rich in omega-6 which accumulate inflammation in your body. So remember, don't take too much like baking food, cookie, cake, and like burger. So why? Actually, it will accumulate our inflammation level. So this is very important, and which is hurt our brain. And for the afternoon, if you take some stomach medicine because of some stomach pain or not comfortable, so this kind of the medicine will reduce our stomach acid, which hinder the absorption of the vitamin and mineral. Then we cannot take enough nutrients from our food. And also drink can like some soft drink in can or coffee in can. Actually the sugar level is very high, so it brings your insulin resistance again. And at night, so the Japanese, they not return home earlier sometime, or they just eat some fast food like fire food or snack, or drink a can sparkling wine, or during the dinner, and so it contains a lot of trans fats. So, and also the fatty acids, and also will block our blood tissue, also bring a lot of the sugar level raise up. So this is also important. And also after drink, maybe smoke at night, and also the chemical go to your brain. And before sleep, they watch the mobile phone, and then cannot sleep because your brain not yet relaxed if you keep looking on your mobile phone. And also the radiation situation is your brain get full of information. So this is a one day. As a Japanese, they research why the people will easy to get the dementia, because this is not just one day. It's accumulating your daily life have problem. That's why you will easy to get your dementia. So we need to start from our lifestyle to change. When we change our lifestyle, we eat good food, we drink enough water, no more canned juice, no more canned drink. So you will drink more water, pure water, and then you will get more good cell to remove and detoxing your body toxic waste. So this is very important and alert us how we start our healthy life. So if every day we use our brain more, think more, keep our brain more active, so we can avoid dementia so early. And also we have to take enough nutrition from the food and the nutrition and the good nutrition such as vitamin B12, B6, C and E. So dementia actually lack of vitamin B and B12 and B6. So remember, we can take more vegetable, especially the dark green color one is very good for us. And also vitamin C and E have an antioxidant, and that protect our nervous cells and benefit our blood vessel. And also we also can have more strength and memory because of the lecithins and the ginkgo. This is a biobar extra. This is a good nutrients for our body too. And also the study find out the fish and vegetable is better than the red meat. So we eat less beef or pork, so we focus more on the fish or chicken, the white meat, which is good for our brain too. So, and also the sugar and the red meat, the sweet, we have to prevent to eat too much because it can help our memory to get more potassium. So sugar, salt, oil, I all the time mention them, so they are not a good friend of our health. And also not drink, smoke, and have enough sleep, do more aerobic exercise or some extension exercise, also good for our health too. And also we have to in touch with the natural environment. Under the sunlight, we can absorb vitamin D, better for our brain, and we will feel more peaceful when we are going to the outdoor. So we trying to go outdoor, and then we walk around the garden, walk around the park. This is good for us and can recharge our brain and we energy. So this is really important. We need to start from our daily life to make our life more healthier in order to protect our brain. So how to improve our brain health? Actually, we can have a food nutrition and also we can take some supplement to improve our brain health. But of course, lightweight patches also can help to improve our brain health. So how lightweight product can do? So which patches can help? So next, our CEO David Smith have a speak to us and let you understand more about lightweight product, how it can help.
We're going to have a better quality of life, so we don't have to worry about the aging process. Now, as we start off into this conversation, I want to remind everyone that I am not a medical doctor, and none of the information that's presented today is going to be medical advice. So if you have any type of medical condition, you should speak with your healthcare practitioner before taking any of these recommendations. And if you have, of course, a serious health condition, you may not want to use these products. That's up for your medical doctor to decide. So with all that being said, when we want to look at how can we really optimize our health, it always has to start with the foundation of proper diet. We want to eat correctly, supplement where needed, drink plenty of water, get exercise regularly, and of course, get proper sleep. So this is to say that these things have to be a foundation. Now, beyond that, we know that if we eat right, if we exercise and we get good sleep, we are still going to age. So the question is there anything that we can do to slow down or even reverse some of the signs and the symptoms of aging? And the exciting thing is that the answer is yes, there is. So we're going to start out today, and we're going to take a look at this miracle nutrient, carnosine. Now, one of the things about carnosine is that it is a miracle nutrient that most people have never heard of and everyone should be taking. And I think you'll agree that after you see this information on carnosine, and especially the way carnosine and X39 work together, these are going to be things that you'll want to use and incorporate into your life. So let's talk about some of the benefits of carnosine. This is an overview. So first thing is carnosine is what's called a dipeptide, and it's composed of 2 amino acids. Carnosine also has a number of important metabolic functions in the body. First, it can function as an antioxidant. And this is important because carnosine is found in the brain, in the heart, in the muscle, and it can protect those parts of the body from oxidative stress and inflammatory stress. One very interesting property of carnosine is that it's the most powerful anti-glycation nutrient that's ever been discovered. What this means is that sugars can bind with proteins and create inflammatory stress in the body known as glycation, and carnosine can help to minimize this. Also, carnosine has been shown in clinical studies to reduce oxidative stress and oxidative damage, especially in the brain and the blood. Now, if we were to look at exactly what is a significant contributing factor to aging, we would definitely say it's oxidative stress and inflammatory stress. So in other words, anything that we can do to reduce stress that's placed on the body is going to improve our health and longevity, and carnosine does that very well. Now, when we're looking at aging and we want to get benefits today, one of the things that we found in our studies is that when you use the carnosine patch, you're going to see improvements in muscle strength and stamina your very first week. So this is not something that you have to wait years to see the benefits. You can actually get improvements, measurable improvements, your very first week. Now, as people age, they experience something or can experience something called sarcopenia, which means muscle loss. And you can lose, let's say, up to 1% of your muscle per year. And of course, this is going to contribute to people having fatigue and loss of strength and stamina when they're getting into their 50s, 60s, and 70s. Well, carnosine helps to prevent this process of sarcopenia, and it helps to support overall muscle strength and stamina. So when we're talking about aging and we want to be healthy and strong into old age, carnosine is going to be a very valuable nutrient to support an exercise program. Now, we're not going to make any medical claims. I am going to be showing you a number of clinical studies about carnosine. You'll be really excited about the information, but I do want to communicate that we're not making any claims that we're treating any types of medical conditions with any of our products. So this is some information that you should be aware of, though. Now, when people do not get enough sleep, so let's say you're only sleeping 4 hours a day, this is something that you're really going to want to take care of, other than you're not going to be feeling very well. You're going to see an accumulation of something called beta amyloid 2 protein. And beta amyloid 2 protein is closely associated with Alzheimer's disease. So in a number of animal studies, carnosine has been shown to reduce or blunt some of the toxic effects of beta amyloid 2 protein. Now, when you're doing animal studies, it doesn't always mean that this is going to translate to human beings. So we want to take some caution here. But it is very exciting that carnosine may end up being a nutrient to help to protect people from Alzheimer's disease. We'll have to see what the future holds through further research. One thing that is definitely known about carnosine, and many of our members have shared this with us, is that it definitely helps to promote wound healing. And as you're going to see in one of the studies that we're going to show, carnosine definitely has improvements in overall cognitive function. We've seen that in our own studies, and there's certainly plenty of information that's been done by independent researchers to show this link as well. Now, interestingly enough, taking carnosine supplements is not the most effective way to elevate carnosine. The problem is that if you take a carnosine pill, it's broken down by your stomach acids, and that means that the carnosine is not getting into the blood where it is needed. So this is one of the incredible advantages of our technology. We're going to be stimulating the skin with light, and this acts as a signal to create an increase in carnosine. Now, one final note that is important is that vegetarians notoriously have low levels of carnosine. And this is because from the diet, carnosine is primarily found in meat. So if you want to be a vegetarian, I would strongly suggest that you look into consuming beta-alanine. Beta-alanine is one of the amino acids that carnosine is made of. It's beta-alanine and histidine, but beta-alanine, or just simply alanine, is usually not found in a vegetarian diet or a vegan diet. So you may want to supplement with the amino acid alanine to make sure that you have that amino acid so you can make carnosine. Okay, let's go ahead and dig into some more information here on the potential of carnosine. And as a matter of fact, we are going to start off with a study here on the potential of carnosine in brain-related disorders. Now, the reason why I want to bring this up is to show you that carnosine is so powerful that it is being looked at as a therapy for brain-related disorders. You usually find very few nutritional supplements, very few natural nutrients that are being looked at as therapeutic treatments for significant diseases like Alzheimer's disease, as an example. So this is simply to communicate to you that carnosine is incredibly powerful, and it needs to be looked at in that way. Okay, so let's take a look at this here. And if you take a look at the abstract, it's simply going to be going over a summary of why carnosine is being looked at. And the thing that we want to do is just simply scroll down. There's going to be a tremendous amount of information here on carnosine. You can see that they're interested in looking at neurodegenerative disorders such as Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease, psychiatric disorders. Actually, you can find, if you Google carnosine and psychiatric disorders, it's one of the interesting applications that people look at. But let's go ahead, even epilepsy. Let's go ahead and go down over here to the conclusion, because there's some things here that I want to point out. But much of this interest in carnosine is based on the antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects that are well established in the literature. Even chelation. It is known that carnosine can help to bind to aluminum and remove aluminum from the brain. So I hope
Okay.
we're going to have.
So lightweight product, carnosine can help. Also, if you combine with the X39, it will also create the GHKCU peptide in our body, and which is activates our stem cell. Once our stem cell is activated, so we can have a lot of the function can help our body. So X39 already proven that if we continue to use it with our vascular system can younger 2 years. So which is very important. If our vascular system can younger 2 years, actually our whole body is full of the vascular, and then it will reverse our aging. So, and we also have a lot of the proven of the X39 product. So you can find in our research from our website or from your back office resource part. You can find all the scientific report. And X39 actually have a multifunction which can help us to boost our energy, and also is a natural safe pain release, also improve our sleep quality. So remember that our brain need to have enough rest and have a good quality of sleep to recover our brain cell. So sleeping is very important. Also, we also need to relieve our stress, improve our immune system. So X39 sure can help us to improve our immune system, also reduce our inflammation, circular mechanism. And also actually it also can remove our heavy metal in our body, and also evaluate our cell communication. So the carnosine is just mentioned by Dr. David. So it's really good product for dementia, for the Parkinson, and for all the brain issue. So it also can improve our digestion problem, and also to degradation of our original tissue and antioxidation. So carnosine and X39 actually is dementia patient. They use it to improve their cognitive, and also can improve the action dysfunction issue. So we can observe, because we also have some distributor like Angelina later on can share her mother's situation, and also Nanny can help to share her father's situation. So they both find that it's a very significant change after using the X39 and the carnosine patches. And Eon also one of the good product, because when the dementia is caused by inflammation, Eon can reduce our inflammation in our body within 10 minutes. It can eliminate our also mental figures, also increase our physical strength, and also improve our physical problem. It's an anti-aging product too. And glutathione also really important for us, because it can detoxing. So for the dementia, very important is also the toxins in our body. So glutathione is one of the best product, can remove our body heavy metal, and also increase our collagen. Silent nights, important is not enough sleep. Our brain cannot take a rest, so the bad quality of sleep, insomnia, will cause our brain injuries and hurt. So that's why we need to increase and improve our sleep quality. And SP6 can balance our hormones and control our peptides. and which is really good for us because we need to keep our immune system in good level, so it can transfer the enough sugar message to our brain, so we no need to looking for eat more sugar, because sugar will hurt our brain and also cause us to accumulate some trans fat, so we can prevent to eat too much sugar or sweet food. So we can use the SP6 to control our appetite. An energy enhancer can push up our blood circulation and then to help us to burn more fat and increase our energy level. So today my presentation is up to here. So let me have some question and answer. So let me open our screen. Is it in the middle, no sound? Cannot hear? Or can hear?
It's okay now.
It's okay. Just now the video can hear?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Maybe just a moment, okay? So any question? Let me read the recording.
Second World War.
Sorry, I want to record down what you say. Okay.
Yes, so her reality became the Second World War. And she was suspicious of pretty much everyone that's looking after her. She still did not know us, her children. She's got 10 children. And she was not wanting to eat. She didn't want to socialize. She was just lying in bed. And you could see in her face, because every week we would have a Zoom meeting with her, we could see how deteriorating she was. And then when I found out about LifeWave, I tried it and then it worked for me. So I tried it for my mom. And so when she got patched, the doctor just wanted her to try with one patch first and see if it does something good to her body. And then she said, then she can start on the carnosine. So she started the X39. But just one day after patching with X39, we had a Zoom call with her, all of us 10 children, and we were just amazed at her demeanor. She was not aggressive anymore, and she seemed to be calm, and she was pleasant. The aura had actually changed, and so we were surprised. And then at the time, some of my siblings weren't even wanting to use the patch. And then at that point, when they saw how it changed my mom in one day, a lot of them wanted to try it. And then after 2 weeks, she got introduced to carnosine. So the doctor was happy that she was improving. I also rang her and asked her how she's going. And all of a sudden, she said all her pains were gone. So that was really good. And then she started to be really happy. And then she started participating in the activities in the nursing home. And then when the lockdowns were, when we were allowed to visit her, my sisters were able to see her. She was a much better person. And so now it's been 4, maybe 7 months now. So she's back to her normal self. She could be.
Oh, really? Good.
I wouldn't say it's 100%. She could still be repetitive at times, but she knows us. She could recognize us in the Zoom call. She would call us by names, and sometimes she would even inquire about our families. She would remember certain family occasions. And she's looking forward to attending my niece's, which it would be her granddaughter's wedding on the 1st of May. And she remembered that we told her about it. And she was asking, who's picking me up on the 1st of May? And so she's
so amazed.
We just visited her today. And she was asking a whole lot of questions. And then she was even concerned about us. Look, have you eaten? Look, I'll get you something to eat. That's her normal self. Yeah. So, and she moves around. The only problem now is that because she's in a nursing home and a lot of the people there are actually, they look sick. And she tells us, I go out there and I join these sick people. Sick people. Mom, you know what? They're not really that sick. They're just old. You know, you're probably even older than them.
This is funny. This is funny.
Yes, so she's good. She's good. We're very happy that, you know.
Very happy to know it.
Yeah, so now basically I increased her patches. So in the morning, during the day, she has X39, glutathione and carnosine. They're interchangeable, like Monday, Wednesday, Friday is carnosine, and then Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday is glutathione. And then I've added energy patches on her.
After
During the day.
energy patches, do you feel more energy and she feel good?
Yes. She actually can move a lot better. So I limited what I do when I give the patches to the nursing home. I put instructions on it, and I actually tape the locations on the front page.
Okay, that's good.
So I don't give them all of the locations. I just tell them this, like energy patches, just in here or on the legs. That's all. Yeah.
That's better.
And so at night she has Aeon and Silent Night. And then I left a pack of Ice Wave at the nursing home and told them if she is in pain, you can use that. So far she hasn't really used it.
The pain will come back?
No. If she gets pain, it's usually just because she's got ingrown toenails.
Okay.
So that's the only pain that she gets. But at the moment, she seems good. Yeah.
Oh, thank you very much for your share. We are all exciting and happy on it. So
Yes.
hopefully she's turned to youngest and then she can come out from the nursing home.
Yes, she looks actually much younger, and you know the brown patches on her skin, they're becoming pale, and her all white hair, some of them are turning black. So yeah,
I think she will be very happy on it for her change. This is just fun, amazing.
Yeah, yes. And the thing is, like, a lot of the people there have seen the change in her. So they're inquiring about the patch. I think the doctor's already using the patches.
Doctor, yeah. You told me last time the doctor asking what's that. Better than his diagnosis. Last time you not allowed your mom to use. We need to put a lot of information to let me agree.
Yes.
Your mom's use X39.
Yeah. And now when I ring her and tell her, look, doctor, I just want to put my mom on these patches. And she says, okay, what do you want done? So she just puts it in the chart. So she just follows what I say. So
now you become a doctor of your mom. So happy.
Funny you should say that, because in January when there was a COVID outbreak at my mom's nursing home, we took her out for 6.5 weeks and I looked after her every day. And there are days when she would tell me, like you know, I'm bathing her and all that, and then I massage her and, you know, do all sorts of things. And she tells me, you know, you should be a doctor, you know. Why don't you go and be a doctor? Mom, I don't work anymore, but you should be a doctor.
Dr. Patching.
Dr. Patch.
Dr.
Yeah.
Yeah, we use this patch to help a lot of people. This is very useful and
it's so good.
Really best. So I see that a lot of people come to my shop. They cannot move their leg, and after they left, they can walk faster and show me. Oh, why now I can walk? Wow, amazing! That make me so happy. You know, very
Yes.
Thank you so much for your share. Thank you. We hope to hear about your mom update news, and maybe Noni stay in nursery home anymore.
Nursing hopefully, yeah.
Hopefully. Okay. Thank you so much. So, Nanny, is it you're here? Can share with us?
What do you want me to share?
How about your father and your mother situation? We want to get some update from them.
My mom's, she's good, like same as Angelina, she had dementia. I would say had, because now she can remember all of us. My mom's dementia started when she had COVID because they live in New York. So as you have mentioned in your presentation, with the dementia, when you get depressed, that was probably the real cause of her dementia, because when my dad had COVID and he was rushed to the emergency, she had mental block. So she did not eat for 5 days. She did not drink anything for 5 days. And then obviously she lost her oxygen in her brain and everything. So she was rushed to the hospital, and that's the start of her dementia. But with the patches, we saw the improvement as well, that now she remember, even just with the voice, she knows the names. Because as I said, they live in New York, so every day I call her, and then every Sunday the kids would talk to her, and she knows straight away when they just say hello.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So happy. They just say hello. You are who? Oh, you are who?
It's not even a FaceTime or anything. It's just a normal phone call, and she recognizes them. So that's a good thing.
This is a really good improvement.
Yeah.
How about your dad? How about your dad?
My dad's good. Yeah, he has all the energy. It's just unfortunate because they have a carer, and the carer is not really sort of passionate in doing exercise with my dad, because they said it's not in their job description.
Okay.
Unlike before, when he had a carer who's really very enthusiastic of exercising him and everything. So, but yeah, he's got all the energy, and he has all the enthusiasm to talk, to live. So that's a positive thing.
It's good. It's good to hear that. Hopefully, someone can help him to do more exercise.
Yeah. That's the lacking thing.
Yeah. He needs to change his muscle, especially the feet.
Yes.
Yeah. Hopefully, have a good news. Everything, all right. Yeah. How about you? Your pain not come back?
No, my pain hasn't come back. My scoliosis pain hasn't come back since June. So
this good. Yeah. Since you're patching lightweight product, no more pain come back.
No more pain. Wow. No, painless.
Wow, that's good. It's free now. No control by the pain. Oh, your husband should be happy because he no need to push your body up at more.
Yeah, no more. No more massaging morning and at night time.
Yes. Okay, thank you so much for your share. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay, so anyone have any question and want to ask anything?
Angelina, can I ask a question? For your mom, where did you put the carnosine for her?
Come on, Susanti, show up your face. Why are you shy? Your pretty face. Haven't seen you.
Well, the carnosine, with the carnosine, I just asked them not to put it on the hand. So basically, it's at the back, or you know, what do you call this? I don't know what the point is called, but it's behind at the back.
Lower
the spine?
Yeah, at the low end of the spine. Yes, towards the end of the spine. Yeah, there, or the just below the belly button.
Okay.
So you don't put it on the chest, Angelina?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, and on the chest as well. 6 fingers above the navel, just the chest, just there.
Yeah.
Okay. So you rotate basically every day. Rotate, not the same position.
No, no. What I do, I'll tell you. Hang on a sec. I'll show you what I do.
So the patches helping a lot of family and a lot of people change their condition, especially dementia. I find that so many elderly, they have improved a lot after using the lightweight patches.
Yeah. Okay, so this is what I do. This is mine. So moms, I actually have typed instructions in there when to put on her. And then, you know, on the page of the instruction booklet, I cut the locations. I cut that page with a location at the back, and then I stick it there. So for my mom, this is not my mom, so this is hers. So for my mom, I just select the location that suits her, and then that's what I put in there. So I don't put. Sorry.
Do you just say with that one you have 5? Yeah, 5 different locations. Do you just cut one location for say?
So for my mom, I took off the hand.
Okay, yeah.
And I took off that hand too, because with a hand, because she washes her hand and all that, the patch might just come off. It's just not practical to have the patch there. So it's just that one, and that one. Yeah.
Okay. So you do it like, for example, Monday one position, Tuesday different position, Wednesday different position, something like that.
Yeah, no, I just tell them you just change the location. It's up to them because they're nurses. They know what to do. Yeah. So
you mentioned that she doesn't use like 1 week continuously, isn't it? Only 3 days, then stop.
3 days, yeah. The glutathione, because it's been COVID and there's been a COVID outbreak there, it used to be 3 times a week, but during this season, the doctor actually said, we'll just do it every day. So I said, that's fine. Yeah. So
the doctor uses glutathione.
She does.
Glutathione, all the YH plus X13.
Yeah. So I used the same thing. So, you know what, Susanna, if you could, one thing that I would suggest to LifeWave is, you know, with the patches, when you take off the label, you don't know what it is. Yeah. So could they not just print even a little thing in there for, say,
let me try to suggest. I will.
Because that would be very, very useful. Because
after patch, don't forget what you patch.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that's right. Yes. Yeah, because if you're using more than one patch, you don't know. That would be good. That would be good if they could do that. Just even an initial, like X39 is X. Okay, X39.
Like G, like A. Like,
yeah. Glutathione is G, you know.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, that would be good. And it would be good as well if they could change the pack to show the suggested spots in there.
Yeah, that's really good idea, actually, Angelina.
But this is just suggestion, actually, Angelina.
Yes, it is suggestion.
Just suggestion, this 5 location. Actually, they can patch anywhere. Because this is a 5 location, most of the people will evac. But actually, the patches can put any in your skin.
Yeah, I understand that. But the thing is, because it's in their instruction booklet,
yes,
really no one
reads the
instruction booklet. They might as well put the locations in here, because in here they could see, oh, okay. Because a lot of my users, that's their complaint, you know, I have to find the instruction booklet to find. I get confused and blah blah blah. I said, look,
okay, I will send email to them, and I will meet David coming August. We go to US. We met David in person. We suggest to change.
Hopefully I'm allowed to travel by then. So,
yeah. I will send email to them, because we will have I will represent Asian team, and then I will have a meeting, and then I can say, okay.
That would be good. Yeah.
Hopefully they will improve, because I think it have a new patch coming, so ask them to change the design.
Yeah. Good.
Okay, any more question? Okay, so thank you so much for attend tonight, and then we will see you next week, Monday. Okay, on the same time, 8 p.m. So in here also have some Singapore and Malaysia members, because our time zone in Australia just changed. So now our distance only just 2 hours. So in Australia 8 o'clock. So in Singapore, Hong Kong, and Malaysia is 6 o'clock. So see you all next week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye-bye.